you ask? It's heckin' beautiful outside today, so we're outside. But I can't like do too much. I took like a 20-minute Pretty Girl When She Walked this afternoon, and that was good, but exhausting. But without further ado, let's get into it. I brought 3 decks with me out here, and I'm not entirely sure if I'll use them all or not, but we're just gonna go with it and see what happens. I did my makeup a little bit today, and it's been a while since I've done my makeup, and I'm getting older. Like, the things that used to work for me, like, don't. And I've been reduced to, like, no foundation, no concealer, no, alright, actually, we're gonna go with it. And, like, no concealer, no setting powder, no tinted sunscreen, like, just eyeshadow, some eyebrow stuff. That's it. So, not really sure what that's about, but I'm in my 30s, and I'm guessing maybe that might be what that's about. I don't know. Alright. So I've got 3 cards from this deck. I have pulled from the African Gods Oracle this time. And as I've mentioned a few other times when I've used this deck, there are actually 2 decks within the set. You have the phases, which are, the backside are these, and then you have the Odus, and the back sides are like this. And so usually what is done is you shuffle the top deck first. There's only 4 though. They only do 4 of the moon phases: waning, waxing, full, and new. Everybody with their loud ass exhausts is driving by, so please excuse me. So I will pull from the moon phase deck first, and then I'll explain the 3 that I pulled after. I'm going to show you first. Is this upside down? Yes, it is. Whoops. Goodness. Can't take me anywhere. Waxing moon. Waxing moon. May there be light over darkness. It's time to rise and shine. Okay. Excellent, excellent. We love this energy already. And so that's kind of like what we're overall facing right now in this reading. May there be light over darkness. It's time to rise and shine. So, the first card that I got was number 10, O'Shea. The shine of gold fascinates, but also dazzles. Gorgeous, right? So we're gonna read from the manual, because we read from the manual in this bitch. So this one, number 10, is a negative aspect of the same Odu. The regent Orishas of this Odu are Iami Agba, the eldest mothers. Keywords: malicious, tendency to lie, pretend, and dissimulate. Emotionally dependent, greedy, jealous, and vindictive. Lives in dispute, spiteful, difficult to forgive. Damn. How much heartache and unrequited love. Under the influence of Odu Oshe and its negative aspect, it seems almost impossible to find someone who returns all the love you have to give. But is it really better to be in bad company than to be alone? Harder than allowing yourself to be loved is learning to love yourself, facing up to your worst faults so you are able to correct them. Therein lies one of the biggest challenges for your personal revolution. To look inside and recognize yourself, empowering your skills, but working on your issues to reach the best version you can be. You've been accustomed to pointing fingers at others, as if you have no part in what happens to you. Forgetting that the key to personal growth is taking responsibility for your choices and paths. You are also able to invent stories and situations that almost achieve what you want, but who's really believing them? The golden shine of Odu Oshe will naturally attract eyes wherever you go, but its negative aspects makes you a sponge for negative energies. No wonder that even when you have someone there, it's still an open wound in your heart. Ooh. Loneliness frightens you. Like everybody in their janky ass cars. God damn. Loneliness frightens you as the night frightens a child. And that's the way you've been treating your relationships. Need and jealousy hardly combine with happiness. And an open door to depression and negative feelings, which will inhabit your thoughts at the most painful moments. How about taking a deep breath and recognizing that you're human too? Oshe's shadow meditation. Love, fame, and glory might seem like a nice place to be, but do I allow myself to be vulnerable? I am showing myself the way I am I showing myself the way I truly am? Or am I living like a fantasy character just to feel like liked and approved by people around me? I'll read that again because I stumbled a lot. Love, fame, and glory might seem like a nice place to be, but do I allow myself to be vulnerable? Am I showing myself the way I truly am? Or am I living like a fantasy character just to feel liked and approved by people around me? Dadgum. Let's move on, actually, to the next one. Damn. I'm gonna shut the hell up, as I need to. The second one was number 28. Ika. To avoid reality only makes you face the same issues again and again. Goodness. Alright, number 28. Another negative aspect. Regent Orishas, Oshumare, Iyewa, Osing, and Iroko. Keywords, dramatic personality, has a tendency to over-exaggerate situations, lives on an emotional roller coaster, impulsive, takes everything to the extreme, has difficulty trusting others. Carries trauma due to physical and sexual violence. Oh, my heart breaks. As if playing with a powder keg at the edge of a bonfire, the negative influence of Odu Ika is in this moment, alerts to the dangers of aggression and imminent explosive violence. This is often gratuitous. You've reached your limit. And from there, all that remains is the leap into the unknown abyss. It's not always easy to see the reality of life and not be hurt when you realize that despite all your efforts, it seems that happiness is getting farther and farther away. Still, giving in to these impulses will not cause revolution, just more confusion. Breathe for a moment and looking inward, seek to recognize how much of that, all that anguish and hurt comes from the demands you impose on yourself and others. Damn! No matter how strong your will, your self-sufficiency, and your ability to achieve, not everyone around you is prepared to experience a roller coaster of emotions like you, and demanding it from them will only reinforce the loneliness that adult life has imposed on you. In the same way, just because others can't keep up with your pace, it doesn't mean that they don't deserve your trust. As difficult as this may seem, it is possible to delegate tasks and responsibilities to people around you as long as you can recognize their limitations and especially learn who and what to trust. On the other hand, as an Odu of contrasts and revolutions, Ika often ends up rocking your emotional stability, which can lead you to act aggressively and make decisions based on passion instead of reason. Sometimes yes, sometimes no, always maybe. That way, neither you nor the universe will know which direction to take, so any effort will be in vain. Instead of accelerating and tripping over your own feet while trying to accomplish everything at the same time, how about slowing down and moving forward with the certainty that the path you have taken is the one you really want? Remember, life changes happen one step at a time. Ika's shadow meditation. Thinking about the smallest goal I wish to achieve. Do I honestly know where I am right now, where exactly I want to be, and what steps I need to take to get there? And am I prepared and do I have the necessary courage to face the challenges? Or do I fantasize that everything around me changes, but I don't? If any of my answers about my smallest goals were no, how do I intend to achieve the biggest one without transforming myself and the way I walk through life first? Fuck. This deck is harsh. And then the last one of this one is number 25. Ogiologbon. Compassion is the path that leads to peaceful living. Gosh. There we go. Almost. Come now. Let me... This camera is just whack as hell. I hope you saw that. Anyways, number 25. Ogiologbon. So, our first positive one. Regent Orishas. Basically all the ancestors. So Nana, Buruku, Igun, and Baba Luai Iye. Keywords: fair and honest, great inner strength to face difficulties, excellent advisor, docile and kind, good taste, preferring simple things, accumulates knowledge, knowing a little bit of everything, prefers to live in a group than alone. Did you know that you're a source of wisdom and inspiration for others? Under the positive influence of Ogiologbon, the time has come to recognize yourself as such. After all, lack of self-confidence has been one of your weak points. Stop for a moment and notice how they come to you in times of pain and doubt, finding you, in you, a counselor and a comforter. You have the power to renew people's hopes so that they trust in the greater good and continue to live. How about taking to yourself the advice you give to others? As Ogiologbon represents ends and closures, the symbolic death of what no longer serves us, the influence of this Odu also indicates a period of seclusion and inner observation that, while not bad or foreboding risks, is not suitable for socializing. The routine is becoming more and more tedious and makes you wish to isolate from the world, as if no company is pleasant enough, not even your own. The greater lesson will be found when you understand the difference between solitude and isolation, getting to know yourself by hearing the silent voice of your heart when finally you give your mind a rest. Life is not always a party, and at times, finding your own truth in the deepest layers of your own soul can be the key to living in balance amid the chaos of everyday life. The modern world often requires us to live like superheroes, invincible, infallible, and invulnerable to all fate's challenges and issues. For now, however, resignation and contemplation are key words for the days ahead, teaching that for everything in life, there is a time and a place, including the times we must surrender to the flow of life and recognize that not everything will always be the way we want, and there is no harm in that. This one has an empowering ritual. On a new moon Saturday, overcook a cup of white cornmeal, or white polenta, and let it cool until it's solid. When ready, dissolve the white mass in 3 cups of clear water, add 7 tablespoons of sugar, and mix to create a sweet porridge. Before going to sleep, eat a small portion of the preparation and use the rest to prepare a bath to be taken from head to toe, asking Orisha Nana to protect you from health issues and give your mind balance and strength. So this deck, every time I pick it up, I get a little bit nervous, because daggum, it's so harsh. Like African Goddess Rising is just very sweet. This one doesn't pull punches. So I'm gonna read the Waxing Moon actual page so that you know what to do with these 2 negatives and a positive. So we have the Waxing Moon. Hello. One of these days, I'll learn to flip through pages without it being so hard. Alright. This is the phase when the moon comes out of the darkness and begins to be reborn, lighting up the sky. Therefore, it is time to start new projects, get new ideas and plans into action, and allow yourself to stop and smell the roses. For the next days, the growing energy of Waxing Moon will conduct the situations of your life. So you better be ready to make the most out of all the chances destiny presents to you. Creativity and capability to find resources and alternatives where there are only shadows and doubts will mark this moment in life. Therefore, if the Odus revealed in your cards present their negative aspect, try to see between the darkness they bring and let your inner voice guide you to the light that will overcome all anguish in the near future, just as a river gently flows to the ocean. On the other hand, if the cards represent the positive aspects of Odus, rise and shine. It's time to accept all the gifts and blessings the gods are bringing into your life, allowing them to seed and root their energy so that you can flourish and grow, becoming the best version of yourself. So I'm gonna take a quick beat, because that was heavy. I just watched a movie, incidentally, just finished it, literally finished it and came out here, and it's called Flow. And it's not a silent film, but it's all about like realistic-ish animals going through like an apocalyptic event and trying to survive that apocalypse together. And it's quite something. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I would say go ahead and watch it, because I'm sensing there's some tumultuousness going on. Look at my phone, got the wind, just started shaking. I'm about to say tumultuous. Wow. It feels tumultuous right now for you. I don't know who I'm talking to at all. But it feels like things are hard and heavy right now for you. And This feels like tough love, I'm not gonna lie to you. It feels like the gods kind of got a little tough lovey on you. I'm gonna take a drink break because that one was heavy. Damn. Nana Boruku is like so cool. So her ancient presence is noted. I'm gonna reread these, but I'm gonna get into the African goddess rising now and see if I can get some clarity, because I felt that these 3 cards from that deck were sufficient. That one wanted to fall out, but yeah, it felt like heavy. Damn. All right. Okay. Damn. Yeah. Damn. Even the goddesses are trying to talk to you. Oh, I don't know what happened. But I'm gonna just get into it. And we're whoa. Okay. First one. Queen Ya Asante Wa, goddess of leveling up. Number 39. Queen Ya Asante Wa was a mother, farmer, and the warrior queen who led the War of the Golden Stool. The Golden Stool, throne of the Ashanti Empire, holds the region's Kra, life force energy. Guidance, raise your standards. A leap forward for one is a leap forward for the tribe. Your choices can raise the frequency of your community and the planet. Embodiment, time to level up. This is your season for a quantum leap. You have prepared for this. Life does not have to be linear, and neither does growth. A quantum leap feels drastic and huge, but the secret is that quantum leaps happen little by little. So what inspired actions help you level up? Connecting to spirit with rituals, movement, meditation, and visualization is a great start. Declaration, divine timing is on my side. Okay. Still. The second one, number 21, Sukoyant of scarcity. Beauty by day and hag by night. The Soyukant is an energy vampire, also known throughout the diaspora as Olhigyu and Buhag. Whether energy or blood, for vampires there is never enough to go around. Guidance. You have so much more than you realize. You have access to unlimited joy, love, good times, pleasures, and prosperity. Be grateful for your riches. Embodiment, stop going to the ocean and asking for a thimble full of water. It doesn't feel like it when you're desperate, but scarcity and lack are an illusion. Prosperity is believing that there is an overflow, more than enough love, happiness, well-being, and money to go around. Vampires take from others because they don't have enough life force for themselves. That is scarcity consciousness. When you embody lack, you are always hungry, tired, and jealous. Make a gratitude list. What are you grateful for right now? Declaration, my blessings always overflow. This is the second time I heard something about jealousy. It's also the second time I heard something about community. The last one. Umbakomu, soul forgiveness. Number 28. Thank you. For the Ngombe Bantu, goddess Mbokomu was the first woman. Her father, Akongo, the cranky supreme god, put Mbokomu and her loud children in a basket and dismissed them to earth. Guidance. Who do you need to forgive? Ooh, okay, I fucking knew it. Who do you need to forgive? Let it go and reclaim yourself. Forgiveness is a gift of freedom for you, from you. Embodiment. You can't rush forgiveness. You have to feel it to heal it. Feel the pain, hurt, grief, rage, and despair. Take time with your heart. Forgiveness is a higher vibration frequency than the pain you must allow yourself to feel. Unforgiveness colors your world with lack, mistrust, and resentment. You start to see everything through victim-colored glasses. But forgiveness does not have to include reconciliation. Start with self-forgiveness. Say out loud, I forgive myself with love. Declaration. I forgive and free myself. I forgive and free others. Okay. Let me look in here real fast. To avoid reality only makes you face the same issues again and again. Okay, yeah, I think you should probably watch that movie Flow. And I'll put it in the description, I think. One of the biggest themes of my life lately is this thing that I've been talking about called healed space. And it's a complicated place to be in. Because I don't want to speak for you, but you're here, so I'm just going to talk at you, and if it resonates with you, then that's good. I've been in healed space for a couple months. And I say that because even though I have been safe for a while, my brain took a very long time to acknowledge that. Because truly evil people don't sound that much different on the surface than decent people, dumb people even, just the idiots of the world. Like, nothing malicious, just sheer stupidity. Sometimes evil people take on ignorance as though that is the scapegoat for their heinous behavior. And sometimes people sound like they're going to hurt you, when in reality they come from a different world than you, and their world doesn't operate like the world that you survived. And it is really fucking hard to tell the difference sometimes, like, you're right. I've been trying to warn humanity about my anger issues for quite some time. I often was accused of being an incredibly sensitive person. And I cried a lot growing up, like a lot. And oftentimes it was always, people who enjoy the performance of harm and how that, how their harm affects people. I'd always cry in the face of those people because I was so angry. But from a very early age, I was taught to be afraid of my power because my power was an inconvenience to those that sought to harm me. And I think this might resonate with you because when you're younger and everybody in the room is an authority figure that has the right to harm you and pretend that that harm is healthy and normalized, and then you grow up and you get out there and you do your own thing and you put out into the universe, I don't want to live that life, I don't want to be that person, I don't want those people around me, I am getting rid of it. But then, humans use the same words, humans have similar things that they do, and so then you get around people who are, for all intents and purposes, good people, just fucking stupid, or ignorant to your struggle, right? Like, maybe they're not stupid, maybe the things that have happened to you in your past, you didn't know hurt so bad until this unseeming or random or even a loved one comes around parroting the things that you've heard, and it's like everyone's coming home and I don't know why. But then you have people who are good people who sound exactly like the people who have harmed you, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna fucking fall for that shit again. And that's what I feel like is coming from you. I'm not gonna fall for it again. And what happens when you're in that space is you go back to the ways that saved your life before. And what you had to do to survive that horrendous ass environment that you are now free from were all qualities that you are now being asked to do away with. You didn't lie because you were evil. You lied to survive. You didn't hoard your money because you were greedy. You hoarded it because others were greedy with your resources. And it's April, Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and it was mentioned in the African Gods Oracle that you probably, definitely, obviously have some sexual assault trauma that you are still trying to contend with. And to that I say I'm sorry. And I've been there. It's fucking hard to trust again, to love again, to embody the freedom that you clawed your way to. And my heart truly does go out to you. That being said, cut that shit out. I'm dead ass. Cut that shit out. Like, we've been doing this for a few months now, alright? A couple months now, like 3 or so. And we've been rocking with the chaos because that's what we are. know that you're hurting. And know that deep down, where you're at right now it's not really about what you're making it about. Let me put it to you that way. I'm about to get real fucking real with you. What you're making this thing about is not really what it's about. Forgive yourself, because right now what you're doing is you're holding on to shit that you couldn't possibly have overcome because you were too young to do it anyway. Let's start there. Please stop holding your baby self accountable for the horrible things that have happened to that baby. Those assholes, those pricks, those fucking dicks did to you, 3555, did to you horrendous things, and they deserve to be dealt with. You are not that baby anymore. And this community that you have healed into are not the predators that hurt your baby self. I'm just gonna tell you that. Now, I'm saying trust your intuition, obviously, but like if you are actually in some bullshit, but based on this reading, it doesn't look like anyone but you is the problem. I'm just gonna be fucking real with you. Like, it sounds like you are creating problems because it is a lot easier than stepping into them. Sidebar, I'm autistic, so maybe this doesn't bother you, but like sensory shit, I love being outside, but sensory things, oh, it gets me. But it does sound like you're being your own problem right now. It does sound like your intuition is not in the room right now. You have a lot of scarcity, a lot of fear, a lot of past trauma. Not a lot of creativity or intuition going on. And the universe is asking you to step into the part of yourself that trusts you today. You did not endure all that you endured, and you did not pray and labor with the divine. You did not spend all this time manifesting and alchemizing to then turn around and create villains out of your loved ones. Cut that shit out. I'm like dead fucking serious. Cut it out. You are loved. You did make it. You are right now living your dreams. Don't fuck this up because you're too afraid to trust that you did it. Don't fuck it up. You did it. 3838, you did it. You have exactly what the divine told you would be blessed with. Don't fuck this up. Your family are not fiends. You chose them for a reason. You chose them because they looked like the future that you and the divine had painted with each other. I'm like getting this imagery of you and the divine just creating. And now you're looking at it and you're like, no, that's not it. No, that's not real. No, that person meant to be manipulative, vindictive, malicious. And so I have to respond in kind because the only time I've ever heard these things or seen this thing is because people are doing this. And yes, I think that you're well trained for the shitty environment that you just left. I think you are well versed in the bullshit. Don't villainize your family. Get curious. Creativity comes from curiosity. Instead of accusing, ask. Ask them what they meant. Let them into your world. I'm getting the sense that, like, you hold your shit so close to your chest that no one even knows if they're triggering or re-traumatizing you until it's like too late and you've lost your shit. It's time to open up. It's time to be fucking honest with yourself first. It's time to be super, super transparent with yourself about how much you blame yourself for what happened to you. And it is time to trust in love again. It is time to trust in love again. That's the message. Of the movie Flow that I caught on to was this idea of found family and a found family's ability to always be there for each other. And yeah, a few people along the way that look like you, sound like you, and it quacks like a duck, it is a duck, no. Some people look like their family because they seem like you, they look like you, but by the end of the movie it was very clear that your family is who you choose. Your family is who you thrive with. Your family is your choice. And if you're choosing people, don't choose people who are shitty. Now I'm gathering that you didn't choose shitty people to be your family. And so the only thing left to do is embrace the family that you have been able to come into. Trust and love again. It's time to trust and love again. I love you. You are beautiful. Cut that shit out. Quit being a toxic ass nigga. Quit being a dick. Get your shit together and take you a magnesium bath and calm the hell down. I love you. It's all love and light here. And yeah, I didn't wear my bunny ears, sorry. Bye.